Hello, friends, and welcome to Activate and Thrive and to our weekly Thriving Thursday chat, where we chat with different, beautiful, health minded souls. We hold these Thriving Thursday chats every week at noon Eastern US time, right here on Facebook. So, welcome to those who might be joining us live, and also welcome to those who may be watching this after the fact, either here on Facebook or on YouTube or on Instagram. We're very happy to have you joining us. My name is Don Krishnaswamy.
And I'm Nia Krishnaswamy. And our guest today is Michael Epstein. And Michael is going to be talking about the power of your breath and how it activates our mindset. Michael is a fourth degree black belt master of classical Chinese Kung Fu. He's been in the martial arts and specializes in Chinese Qigong breathing techniques and Tai Chi. He's going to demonstrate with us today. He's going to do a little demo, but he demonstrates how to apply these breathing methods to daily life. And he's been in the field for over 56 years. That's a long time. He's also a certified holistic health practitioner in the field of massage and exercise therapy, and he's been doing that for over the last 46 years. He's also a seasoned musician and triathlete. And Michael has been married to his beautiful wife, Paloma, for almost 21 years. We actually have that in common. Both Don and I will also be celebrating our 21st in September. Michael and Paloma beat us by a week. They now have two young boys, 1.5-year-old Micah and 3.5-year-old Matteo. And after 17 years of marriage, Michael and Paloma decided to have children because of the freedom and the choices that they have in their life today. So that does apply to mindset. Michael, welcome. Tell us a little bit about you. He's also a very dear friend. And how you came into this Qigong technique and how that has impacted your journey, your personal health, as well as your clients. So welcome.
Well, first of all, I'm very humbled and honored to be asked to be part of your amazing call. And I love and appreciate you both so much. And I love the friendship that we've all grown together. And yes, it's something that we're so close to being married the same amount of time. No, as a matter of fact, last week I saw this ad in the paper, become a Qigong master on a weekend. So I signed up. Now I call myself a Qigong master.
Yeah, that's not really quite how it went.
I started the martial arts back in 1965. I'll show you a silly picture here. And this is what I looked like back in 1965, if you can see that.
You're that little guy in the dark pants,
the little
right?
guy who appears on screen right there, right?
That wow. Has hair, and look at the size. Believe it or not, that girl was like 1 year older than me, so you could tell how little I was.
Wow.
And my mom got me in the martial arts, and my mom also got me into music when I was very young. And I just adapted to the martial arts. I didn't know why I wanted to do it, but I knew that there was something there for me, you know. And when I was young, I always grew up, what am I going to do in life, you know, when I was getting older and older. But I practiced the martial arts, and I started out in karate, but then I was swayed towards Chinese martial arts. So I am a fourth degree black belt master, certified master of Chinese Kung Fu. And the system is called the Northern Leg, Southern Fist. It's called in Chinese Wu Xing Chen, which means 5 family system. And one of the most important aspects of martial arts is the breathing. Now, you guys are seasoned musicians tenfold that I am. And Don, we talked a little bit about just a while ago about the breathing, and you go, wow, you breathe like someone who sings. Now, I am not a singer, but the breathing is very similar. The most important thing about breathing is that it's our most life force. Now, most people, when I teach this in workshops in many different aspects of life, and when I have groups of people stand up and I say, I want you to stand up and take your deepest breath. And you should see how most people breathe. And they're limiting themselves to their breath. Look, we can go more than 5 minutes without water. We can go more than 5 minutes without food. But can we go more than 5 minutes without air?
Yeah.
Now, why do they not teach here in the United States breathing 101 when we grow up? They just don't. If you're taking singing classes, they're teaching you breathing exercises.
Mhm.
But the breath is the most important thing to activate the body. When we don't breathe properly, things happen. Oxidation happens. And when that happens, inflammation happens. And we don't even know that. So I'm going to stand up. Now, I want you to bear with me, guys, because I'm in a small little area. You see my nice, beautiful wall. I hand painted everything behind me. So you're going to miss a little bit. Now, let me tell you, I'm a daddy. I'm a daddy of 2 little boys. If you look at the little flyer there, you'll see them, 1.5 and 3.5. And in August, I will be 64 years old. So what I've done is I have biohacked my DNA, and a big portion of how I biohacked my DNA is through this breath work. So this is how the average person breathes. So watch me. I'm going to take a big inhale. Now, why don't you guys do me a favor? Everybody stand up there that's watching this. And if you're watching the recorder, put it on pause, set an area where you can stand up, because I'm going to give you guys a valuable lesson. I've had the opportunity in my life to study from Chinese Kung Fu masters throughout the world, some of the top masters. It's the same masters that Bruce Lee studied from. That says enough. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Watch. Take a giant deep inhale. Ready? And exhale. Now watch. Let's do it again. And exhale. Now I'm going to turn to the side one time. Now watch. I'm going to take a big inhale. And exhale. Now I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you did exactly what I did? When you inhaled, shoulders went up. When you exhaled, shoulders went down. When you turned to the side, you saw my chest get bigger, and I exhaled, it dropped. Be honest.
I didn't, I promise, but I know what I'm doing.
I know you guys, but I'm talking about all the thousands of people that are going to watch this.
Yes, exactly.
You guys know this breath. And anybody that does yoga or sings, they're not breathing the way I just did. But let's talk about the average person. The average person limits the oxygen. So what ends up happening is you're breathing about right here. You're not breathing into your lower extremities. You're not oxygenating your internal organs. And that's detrimental. So now watch. The actual way to breathe is like this. So I'm going to tilt my screen down just a little bit so you can see my tummy.
Yeah,
So I'll be faceless for just a little bit.
it's okay.
So just watch where you could see my shoulders and my tummy. So I'm going to breathe like you one time again. Now watch where my shoulders go out of the screen. Watch. That's how the most people breathe. Now watch this breath. And then I'm going to turn to the side and you'll see exactly what I mean. This is an inhale. And exhale. Watch. Now you don't see much because I'm facing you. Now watch the difference. Watch. I'll put my hands right there so you can see both sides of my stomach and my back. This is an inhale.
Wow.
Now watch the exhale and watch how it rolls down. Watch. Now what you don't notice is as I'm breathing here, my back is also expanding out.
Mhm.
And what I'm doing when I'm doing that, guys, is I'm oxygenating. I'm breathing all the way down into the lower aspect of my lungs, and the lungs are pushing into my internal organs and oxygenating my internal organs. I'm feeding my organs oxygen by doing that. And in Chinese, they call it qi na song, and that means internal massage. So how do you do it? Let me tell you. One of the most important things is never, ever, ever force your breath. It's got to be fluid like water, because if you do this work, I'm going to teach you 2 little movements besides a standing movement. How much time do we have? Do we have 10 minutes
We're
left?
good. We're
Yeah,
good.
at
We're,
least 10
yeah,
minutes
at
or so,
least.
no worries.
So this, and I promise you guys, this is going to be the biggest gift that's free that you can take with you. You can do it anywhere at any time. And the more you do it, the more it's going to enhance your life. There are other ways to biohack your cellular DNA. There are other ways to be able to reduce oxidative stress. And there are other ways to increase the mitochondria, which is the most powerful, the powerhouse of our cells. But let me tell you, by doing these breathing exercises, work specifically with that. So you could find out from Don and Mia a little bit more on how to do that. However, I want you to think of this. I want you to think of relaxing. I want you to think of breathing differently, giving yourself a different way of thinking. This is all mindset. Remember something. It's not what you think about in your life that creates your life. It's how you think about what you are thinking about, like digesting food. It's when you digest words. When you say negative thoughts, negative stuff from the universe just happens to come to you. When you think positive thoughts and positive things start happening to you, because our subconscious mind only knows one word, and that word is okay. And most people think about it. I'm fat, I'm depressed, I'm tired. I am is the most powerful words to God. And when you're saying that, God says, okay, we'll give you more of whatever you're asking for. When you say, I am successful, I am healthy, I am loving, I am sincere, I am breathing correctly, guess what? It happens. So
Michael, may I ask a question?
Absolutely.
So this kind of breathing the right way, would you say that that's going to help people have the right positive thoughts at the same time? Like if you're breathing the wrong way, that's encouraging negative mental behaviors and negative mindsets.
It affects us physiologically and psychologically. Absolutely 100%. It'll change everything. The only way you'll find out is by doing it. And this is a gift. I mean that. This is from over 50 years of my studies that I love to give to people. So without further ado, I want you to put your hands, and I want, for women, you're going to take your left thumb and place it on your belly button and put your hand like this. Let your thumb relax. So this is the most important aspect, your thumb. For the men, the right thumb, because it's yin and yang energies. I'm not going to get into that, but left hand on the tummy for the women, right hand on the tummy for men. And I want you to, you're going to breathe this. Now, what's important is, this is a point called Lao Kung. Take your ring finger like this and touch your palms, just like that. Those 2 points is where energy comes through. So that point is going to cross that point on your hand. As if I had a pen and I was pushing the pen through, it would go through both of those spots, and it's going to go right to the belly button. So the thumb, not the it's about 3 inches below the belly button. So belly button, so that center spot, right? I hope I don't scare you with my tummy. But right here is that spot where your hand is going to go. Okay. And then your other hand is going to go over it. So left hand here, right hand here. That's for women. And for men, excuse me. Yeah, the right hand on the touching first, and then the left hand on the outside. Now, I don't know how it's going to look reverse when I'm doing this. I want you to think about breathing to your hands. Now, again, do not force your breath. I want you to think where you feel the breath stop when you do this. So when you inhale, you're going to breathe to your hands, Think about keeping your shoulders relaxed. Don't do this. And what you're going to notice, guys, is you're going to feel a tightness in this area. That is exactly what you want to notice, because you're all of a sudden, I've opened a door for you and you're going to recognize where breath is stopping. Okay. So keep your hands here. Now take an inhale. Good. I could see that all of you out there, your shoulders did not go up. And exhale. Excellent. So breathe again. Inhaling, the tummy expands, and exhaling, the tummy contracts. One more time, and then I'm going to tell you how babies breathe. Inhale and exhale. Now let your hands drop. Now I want you to think about this. I want you to take a deep inhale, just like you did a few minutes ago with your hands on your side. Take a big inhale. Ready? Inhale. And exhale. You guys noticed the difference, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Michael,
Oh.
may I interject for 1 second? Is it okay? I do it in the middle of a thought. So one of our guests watching has said that they have lupus and their flares are very bad, and they use breathing to help them get through the flares. Can you speak for a second about how that can be impacting and getting, pushing through flares like that? Breathing exercises?
Absolutely. For number one, I'm not a doctor. Okay. I'm a Qigong master through breathing exercises, which my background is in Chinese medicine. Okay. However, when you oxygenate to your extremities, because when you're breathing like this, what's happening is your breathing is coming into your mouth. And there's different aspects, there's different levels of this. If you went to my Facebook and you scrolled back about 30 things, you're going to see I'm teaching full systems, 100% free, no signing up in classes, of 45 minutes of how I teach how to do these breathing exercises. If you like it, then you can send me a message from there. But when you're breathing to your hands, so oxygen is going in, and actually it creates what's called a microcosmic orbit. You're inhaling and you're inhaling down here. And as you exhaling, you're actually bringing the breath up your spine through the back. But when you're breathing as well, you're breathing to your fingertips. You're breathing to your toes. You're breathing through the crown of your head. You're actually sending oxygen, even though we don't have physical paths, but you're pushing energy. And so if you think of a baby, those of you who've had children, and you see and you go say, oh my God, look, there's my baby, or there's my friend's baby. And as a baby inhales, their tummy rises. When a baby exhales, their tummy falls. When the average human being, adult, breathes, as they inhale, their tummy lifts up a little bit, but then it flutters and their chest goes up, and as they're laying down, and their tummy doesn't really move, because we don't learn how to breathe properly. When we're born, we know how to do it. When that goes away, we don't. So enough of teaching all that. I'm going to teach you 2 breathing exercises that are very powerful. Okay. And if you, this is only a piece of a system, but it's better than nothing. So again, you're going to only see part of me. So hi.
Hi.
So, I want you to think of taking your hand left on the outside for the men, right on the outside for women. So left on the outside for men, right on the outside for women, like that. And remember to touch those 2 spots. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, and we're only going to do 3 of these breathing exercises, and then I'm going to teach you 2 more. So I'm sorry for the limited space. So shoulders relaxed. Now I'm going to teach you 1 more thing. Tongue, touch your tongue to the roof of the mouth. Think of that one spot that when you touch it, you feel that little nodule. That connects the governing and central meridians going around the body. That's a connection. The other thing is inhale and exhale through the nose. Okay. Keep the mouth closed. You're circulating the breathing. Okay. Now I also want you to understand, when I do this, I could breathe and inhale and exhale 1 minute for every breath. So in 30 minutes, I could take 30 breaths. And yes, you can do that.
Wow.
Everybody has biceps, okay? So the thing is this, when you go to the gym and you build your biceps up, you're building and working exercises to the muscles. If everybody has the bicep, everybody has the breathing. When you practice the breathing, then all of a sudden what ends up happening is you have more control of your breath, just like more control of your exercise of your arms or whatever muscles. So relax, knees slightly bent, touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth, and inhale. And exhale. And you don't want to hear your breath as well. Inhale. I'm going to turn to the side. And exhale. And wherever your hand, you feel that tightness, just get used to it. Like become friends with it. One more time. And if it's here, it's okay. Keep your hands here. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Now relax your hands, stay standing. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my hands as if they're on a tabletop. So your hands, I'm going to drop this just a little bit more so you can see. My hands as if they're on a table. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an exercise where we go like this. We inhale and we exhale. Now I want you to notice that these are important things to understand. As I do this, my hands are on my sides. I bring my hands, fingertips point towards one another. So your fingers aren't like this. Just imagine that energy is running from the pinky to pinky, middle finger to middle finger, thumb to thumb. Now, what you're going to be doing, and what you're going to do as well, it works your ligaments in your arms. You're pushing chi to these points. And what we're going to do, the same breathing aspect, we're going to raise our hands and inhale and inhale and inhale. I'm sinking down, inhale and inhale. When I get up to this point, it's as if I'm on a table and I'm holding my arms right here, just kind of looking around, because your hands aren't like this, your shoulders aren't up like this, and it's like you're on a wall, looking over the wall like that. Everything is smooth all the way around, okay? And as you exhale, I'm standing back up so you can see it. I exhale down like this. And then one more time, I'm just going to show you this movement. I inhale and I'm just sinking down so you see it. Inhaling, keeping the shoulders down, keeping the fingers pointed towards one another. And then I exhale, 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 exhale down. So let's do 3 of those. Ready? Touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth, breathing through the nose. Inhale, inhaling, 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 exhaling, 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 exhaling. Again, inhaling, 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 inhaling. Don't force breath and don't hold breath tight. Exhaling, 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 and exhaling. One more time. Inhaling, 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 inhaling. Shoulders relaxed. Smile on the face, touching the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And exhaling, 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 and exhaling. Very good. Very good. See, the spirit recognizes. Don't sit down yet. I'm just talking to everybody.
You just dropped the thing here. Sorry.
Knocking things over in our space. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
So the spirit recognizes a smile. So if you're like this, like this, Buddha, Buddha.
Yeah.
Buddha has that big old stomach because he's drinking a lot of beer and eating a lot of rice. No, it's all chi. And why does Buddha go like this? Because the spirit recognizes it. So the second exercise is going to go like this. So after you finish this one, you're going to bring your hands right like this. And the movement is you're going to inhale. I'm going to turn to the side first so you see that. Breathing here. I'm going to exhale and I'm pushing straight forward like this. Fingertips pulled back towards your face. So you're not pushing out like this. Your fingertips are back. You're working the tendons and ligaments in your arms and pushing chi. And when you push, you're not forcing. Imagine that you're pushing a shopping cart with wheels on it like this, and it's just nice and easy movements. So from this point, I'm just sinking down so you can kind of see me. So we're going to do 3 of these. So what you're going to do, your arms are by your side. You bring your hands up here. You inhale and just relax your breath and exhale. So you just kind of don't do anything for one spot. And then the second time you inhale, same way of breathing. Keep your elbows in, your hands are not like this, shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. You're pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward, pushing forward. Inhaling, it comes back just like this. I know it looks like my hands are off a little bit on the camera. I don't know why, but they're balanced. Exhaling like this. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see it. Inhaling. And exhaling. And let your arms just drop. And then kind of shake your arms off. If you're doing it correctly, you're going to feel the muscles in your arms. You're like, wow. If you're not pulling your fingertips back, then you won't feel it. So you got to make sure that your fingertips are back. Remember, these points right here is where the energy comes out. I've been doing massage for 46 years. As a matter of fact, I moved one of my clients so I can be blessed to be able to be on this. And when I do massage, that's where the energy comes out, right through here. Thank goodness today, I don't have to worry about making money from massage. I get to gift it. Beautiful.
Yes. Yes, it is. Michael, it's like a moving meditation that we're doing in a sense, because you can feel how vitality just feels like it's seeping into everything, your cells. And
Right.
I could certainly feel how it can impact just your whole thought as you do that, and just really start to change your mindset, really, as you do this regularly. Yeah.
Without a doubt. So let me add one little piece to that, just to kind of slip. There's other movements where you go to the side. There's other movements where you go up here again and down here in a different breathing. But I want to show you this. Think of this to finish it. So you're doing breathing here. That's one. And then breathing here. This is the second movement. And then breathing here is the third movement. Now think of this. What we're going to do is we're going to lift it. We're going to inhale, exhale, and inhale and exhale. Create this circle. Inhale, exhale, the same breathing I showed you, inhaling and exhaling. Let me turn to the side so you see this. Inhaling, look how it does. My fingers exhale out and inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And let your breath determine how fast or how slow your arms go. If you could breathe slower, then do it slower. Tai Chi. This is a Tai Chi movement. It's also a Qigong movement. Remember, Qi is energy. Gong is work. It's breath work. It's exercise work. Qi is energy. Gong is work. Breath work. That's what this is. So this is, you can't learn this in school. You go to the average martial arts school, you don't learn this. You learn punches, you learn blocks and so forth, and karate especially. Nothing against karate. Karate is a great art, but it's karate is more of a sport. Kung Fu is more of an art. And it's more about movement. When I strike in the martial arts with Kung Fu, it's all movement, where it's really everything's relaxed power. So if I took, let's say, this cord here for a second, let's say that this is plugged into the wall, and I cut the cord, one part of it's cut, plugged into the wall, and I strip the wires off of it, and I come nice and gently and touch both wires to your arm, and it's plugged into the wall. Will you just sit there like this and go, oh, okay, no problem. I promise you, you'll jump quickly. Now you're looking at those wires. Can you see the energy coming off those wires? No, you can't, but you can certainly feel them. When you're doing this movement, it's like creating a generator in your body. And when you're generating this electricity, this chi, you could learn how to move this chi. You could heal yourself with it, and you could learn how to help heal other people with it by putting your hands on somebody like that.
Oh,
Wow.
such
Well,
a life force,
yeah.
isn't it? That energy, and it just
what it is.
impacts everything.
Yeah.
Our mindset, our, our presence, our power, our health and vitality. Wow.
Well,
Absolutely.
Michael,
And I get called a liar all the time because I tell them I ask people, guess my age, and they'll say a certain number. I go, I'm 75. And they go, what? No,
Yeah.
my 40s all the time. And when I
Yeah,
tell them I'm just turning 64, they're just like, what? A lot of it has to do with this breathing. A lot of it has to do with oxygenating your body, removing this oxidation in the body. And there are other ways to be able to reduce oxidative stress, and that through activation. There's other ways to be able to enhance mitochondria production and function and repair through activation, and also through intermittent fasting that people do, the big buzzword, through enhancing this NAD molecule and the sirtuin protein through activation. So these guys know how to do that, and it just marries itself to this breathing.
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
And Michael, I'm very, very close to you in the chronological data realm. So, and I get that all the time. You must be like late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit beyond that.
you had a
what's that?
you had a question.
Well, I'm just, we will, we never want to end these, but we do need to bring it to a close now. But you have added such incredible value here, just teaching us about breathing and how it just impacts not only our mind, but actually our health and reducing stress. And Michael talked about this oxidative stress and mitochondrial health and these other concepts,
NAD.
and we can help share more ideas about that with you if you're interested in learning. And if you'd like to connect with Michael, we'll be just drop something in the comments here on Facebook, or message us from Instagram, drop a comment in YouTube, and we'd be happy to connect you to learn more from this master that we've been blessed to work with today. So Michael Epstein, thank you so much for joining us today. And thanks to our audience for watching this very meaningful.
If they want to reach me, they can email me at askmichaelepstein@gmail.com.
Great. We will put that in the comments. Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank
it's been
you.
a blessing to have you today.
Love you too.
Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Bye-bye.
Bye.